Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be doing fork seals on a 2001 KX250. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. And also drop a like if you enjoy this content. Let's get right into it. So in the last video, I talked about all the parts that it needs. It was absolutely amazing. We were able to go to our local automatic distributors and get all of the parts that we needed. We did have to go to another part place to get this seal. This is the primary shaft seal, but we got the primary shaft seal, the fork seals, a chain, and new sprockets, as well as a shift shaft seal. But today we are focusing on the forks. They go just like any other forks. Pull the wheel off, caliper, plastic, undo these bolts, and put it in a vise and get it taken apart. Let's get to it. All right, now we're gonna undo this axle here. All right, we got the tire and the axle off, and now I'm gonna pull off this caliper and undo these bolts, and she should just slide right out of there. All right, we got this out. We got to unscrew this, and this casing should slide right down. I'm probably going to take that off too. All right, now we're going to take out this 19, and I believe this is a 19 as well. And we're going to twist those so we can take this cap off. All right, so now we're going to flip this upside down, pull that dust cap back, and then pull out the clip. So that way we can separate the two tubes. All right, we got the two pieces of the shock separated. I made a huge mess in doing so, but now we can pull this off, pull the spacer out, and pull the seal out, and then pull the dust cover off. So once we get all that stuff off, I'll quickly bring this over to the parts washer and just clean it up real quick. All right, guys, we are back. So it's been a few days because the parts that I originally ordered, I thought this was the dust seal and fork seal kit, but nope, this was just dust seals, which I don't really see a point in just selling dust seals because you have to take the whole fork apart to get it to work. But we had to hunt down the whole kit, and this is what we ended up with. And so now we should be good to go to get this put back together. Let's get to it. All right, so we're gonna pop our dust cap on there first, and we wanna make sure it's facing the right way. So this side is gonna go towards the oil. So let me get that on there. All right, the dust seal is on there. Probably could have went a little easier. And now we gotta put the fork seal back on there. And so if we look, this side has to go towards the oil. And so the oil is up here, so we're gonna put it on just like this. I'll get that one on there. That one went on there much, much easier. And now we gotta just put everything back and measure out some oil to put in this fork. So I got all the parts back together. I flipped the fork upside down, and now we have to press this seal in. This probably isn't the best way to do it, but I ended up making this a little while back to do the fork seals on my Husqvarna. It works really good. It's a piece of an old vacuum, and it clips around it just like this, and then I can use it to press the seal in. All right, so I went and got these paint cups because they have measurements on them, and I believe I need about 514 milliliters, which is a little over half of this. I just figured this would make it more even and be a little easier. So let's get that in there. All right, so now I'm gonna pour this in there, and I'm probably gonna have to bleed this after. So let's see if we can get most of that in there. All right, that wasn't even a lot. All right, so we got a little over 500 milliliters of fork oil in there. Now all we have to do is just put everything back together, and this shock should be all set. All right, the fork is in. That was definitely a little bit of a pain. It was a tight fit. So what I usually do is if it goes hard, I'll take and loosen these bolts all the way. And then I'll put a big flathead screwdriver right here, just enough to open up the clamp a little bit so it will slide through easier. And I don't have these torqued down yet, and I still need to torque down this top piece, but it's a little easier to do once it's in the clamp. I'm gonna start on the next side and get that all put together, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, I got the second one in there. I have the damping screws turned all the way out. I'm gonna adjust those. Everything is torqued down correctly. And while I was in here, I noticed that each one of these pinch clamps only had one bolt. At first, I was worried that the other bolts were broke off in here, but I checked the threads and everything looks correct. So I'm gonna have to go to Fastenal and see if I can find some bolts that match this or order them online. But the second one definitely went a little easier. I don't know what was going on with this fluid, but it was green, it was silver, it was, you know, all kinds of colors. So I don't know if they added some kind of additive to it, but these should be all set, and they both have the exact same amount of fork oil in there. Seals replaced and dust caps replaced. In the next video, we're going to focus on drivetrain, so sprocket, chain, and tires. And then while we're down there, we might as well throw the brakes on as well. I still want to pull the carb off this thing and do a quick little clean because I wasn't able to get it to start before I put it on the stand, but that's probably my fault for letting it knock over. But I think that will do it for this video. If you enjoy this content, please leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Thank you.